Great. All right, we are live. Yay. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen with you, and hopefully if the lag gets too bad, let me know and we can figure something else out. Oh, you should have just seen. Oh, interesting. So I'm hearing some feedback. So give me 1 second to try to mute this. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm also going to click on here just so I lock in my screen. There you go. All right, so you should be able to see an iPhone screen off to the left here, and then the desktop. Is that what you can see? Okay, great. So this shows you just the two different versions, but they're the same page. So somebody can go take out their iPad or their laptop, go to the UMCRM Gathering app, and see the same thing that somebody on an iPhone will be seeing. It's just laid out a little bit different. Features on this front page, this tweets will automatically update, just pulling the Twitter stream straight from at UMCRM. So if people tag you UMCRM or if they tweet at you, we can also set up a couple different tags on here if that is something that you would like to do. You just let me know what tags you want to set up, and we'll make sure that they get pulled in on this right sidebar. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the menu off here to the left, I don't know if you can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor?
I can, yes.
Okay. So what I've found in doing apps for conferences for now 3 years, while this front page is great, after the first day, everybody's first click is going to be over here to the schedule, or they're going to be on the app. They're going to click that menu and they're going to go straight to schedule. So you had mentioned about wanting to put the volunteer sign up somewhere that was out there in the front or in the open in a general area. And unfortunately, except for that first page, this is the page that most people are going to land at. So we can either put it up here above these tabs that are, say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We can put it up here and say, if you'd like to volunteer for any one of the days, please click here. Or we can drop it in the menu as one of these menu items. Put, volunteer for events in the menu. It's kind of up to you.
I like putting it at the top of the schedule because everybody will keep seeing it that way.
Perfect, perfect. Well, let me show you kind of how easy. Have you ever worked with WordPress?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm using something to build this called Cornerstone, and it is one of the simplest things I've ever used to build a WordPress page. You don't need to know a bunch of code. You don't need to know how to go about everything, because you'll see that it's all laid out for you just like it looks like on the page. This, unfortunately, says table ID, so this is the table that we're using. But if you want to add something in, you're going to go to this little box. I just want to add some text in. So here's text that I can just drag over, and I can drop wherever I want. So I'm going to put it in right there. It's going to give me a text area here to the left that I can say, if you would like to volunteer to help out, we can change this text. And then click here. And then I can make this link by clicking link. And I can search for call for volunteers. Volunteers. So there's my volunteers page. I'm going to add that link. You don't have to worry about anything like that because you see over here on your main screen, it is already shown up. All I have to do is press save. And then if I go back to that main page, you can just go back, or you can click on this home button and view the page. And I'm going to go ahead and refresh my app as well. So you can see that it's now here on the page, also here on the app. And if I click on it in the app, if I click on it over here, you can see that it's taken me to the page. We obviously need to fix some layout stuff. I did not do much on the layout over here. But you see, it takes me to the call to volunteers page. And when I press submit, it emails to that email address that you gave me.
Perfect. That's awesome.
So you saw it's super easy to go ahead and make a quick change to anything here in this on this page on the app. And as soon as you press save, it goes ahead and populates to the live. If you were doing a native app, you'd have to go through like 14 more steps, and we don't want to do that.
No.
So I'm going to show you just one other place that ease of editing comes into handy. So I didn't change the leadership yet because I just wanted to show you how easy it was. So here on the leadership page, I'm going to click Edit with Cornerstone once again. And after this loads, sorry, it takes forever to load whenever I'm recording and saving. And so here on the feature box, this looks like there's a ton of it that goes into it. But again, there's not a lot that goes into it because this side makes it so much easier. So here's that title that gets shown up in bold. Here's the text that goes down below it. And his picture is just set right there. So instead of deleting this, we can just exit out of his picture, delete all of that, and delete all of that. And this is still sitting here.
Oh, easy, Pete.
Yeah. So it's still sitting here, TBA.
Mm-hmm.
You can type whatever. So this
Super.
is sitting there waiting for you to come back in to add the image. And to upload an image, you just click on that plus button. You've got this really nice display of all of the different logos that you have. And you can upload a file directly from your computer. And it's really as easy as clicking on a picture and clicking this insert into a post. And that shows up, and you see the preview of what it looks like right there as well.
Cool.
So it's super easy. I'm going to go ahead and delete this just because I want the layout to look really nice for you. So if I want to rearrange the layout, all I have to do is click and drag whatever I want to change, and it automatically replaces and repositions. As soon as I press save,
Super.
let me go over to leadership on my app. And you'll see that everything goes ahead and updates just like that. This says copy of Bob Ditter. I did not catch that. So I'll just delete that and then save once again. So this is super easy. The last thing that you talked to me, I keep repeating super easy, and that's because it is super easy.
It is. It is. It's awesome.
The last thing that I want to show you is the vendors. Now, one of the things that I love to do for the businesses, the companies, the organizations that I work for is I don't just give you it and then walk away. I continue providing support the whole time. And for your conference, you have so much more that you're actually worried about than how to make this app, how to get something on the app. So if a vendor messages you the night of and says, hey, I'm in, here's all my money, I want my app up tomorrow, my ad up tomorrow, you message me, I can get your ad up super quick. Because you have a lot of other things to worry about. So I've got ads in 2 different spots. This is basically the vendor's listing. So I've taken their banner listings, if they have one, and I've used it as the image, listed their name, and then a click straight to their website. If you have paragraphs, if they have like a paragraph on who they are, what they are, we can definitely add it in. But this is just the easiest way, the simplest way to show them what's going on. And I set out the featured vendors. I just call them featured. We can call that whatever you want. Straight up right here on the top, and also down here in the actual listing. So therefore they have 2 listings because they're paying for a little bit more.
Great.
So the other thing that you see is we have the ads automatically rotating down at the bottom of the page here. And on our app, they're down at the bottom of the page on the app. And they're on every single page, even the vendor's page, and they randomly they randomize themselves. So the first one won't always be first because you have a lot of banners there. So I didn't want to just get 413 strength gear to show up the first time every time. So they randomize, but they're on every single page. So if you want to change that, you let me know. If not, that's the default on how to set up.
That's great.
The last thing here, I'm going to click on sessions on my app and sessions here on the desktop. So I've done something a little bit interesting. You let me know how you like it, but you all have a lot of sessions. You have a lot of sessions with a lot of different focuses. So up here on the top bar of the desktop and also the top bar of the app, I've listed all of your different keywords for sessions, and a user, all they have to do is click on it, and it automatically gives them only the sessions. Only the sessions that have that tag for it. And the colors, I hope it made sense enough that the colors go to what day and time they show up on. So if I wanted to see what the food offerings were, I can see that Thursday is the yellow, so that's on Thursday, but Tuesday I'm wondering what's at 10:45, and I see it's the blue. That is the best way without adding more words. Since this page was already so wordy, you got lost. I wanted a different way than just to add Tuesday 10:45 or Thursday 10:45 to each listing. So if you don't like it, I completely understand, and we can go a different direction. But this is the best way to do that. And unfortunately, on the app, there's really not a better way to do it. Just again, because there's so much content that goes towards. So I'm hoping people will definitely use these filters so they can click and see what is available.
No, I think it's great. Even if it's a little clunky to start, it seems like it'll be really user-friendly minutes of playing with it. So
great. Okay. So
how does one go about actually getting the app on their phone?
Well, we had chatted when we originally chatted. We talked about the difference between a native app and a web app, and we had decided that we were going to go with a web app because not everybody was comfortable with downloading and updating and making sure that, and we had so many different types of phones out there. So right now it's hosted on the CalFindice. You can see it right up here, calfindice.com, but I will work with, I can't remember the person's name that you got me in contact with, but I will work with that web person to find a space on your all's gathering page to put it. Usually it's we make a subdomain, so it's ac.gathering.umcrm.com or whatever it may be. So all you'll do is tell the people to go to this specific website. You can make it a link on an email. You can put it on a flyer. You can do a QR code if people want to scan it with their phones. And then what I would suggest, and usually it's by word of mouth, but you can save to your desktop. Can't remember in Google Chrome how you can do it, but definitely in Safari you can save to the desktop. And so therefore it looks like an app that's just on your desktop.
Sure, I got you. So I gave you the wrong person's information. You'll need somebody entirely sure who that is. So I've got you the person who will know, and then I'll hook you up with that.
Perfect. Sounds good. Yeah, and the other way, and I just thought about this, and obviously it makes sense, people can also bookmark the tab, bookmark the page so they can come back to it easily on their phone.
Simple.
Yeah. The last place that I wanted to show you, say that again?
Fantastic.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy it. The last place is the files section. And all of these are just click to download. They won't natively display unless you have your browser set up to that. So if I click on association meeting agenda, and I'll also do it on the actual app so you can see that. Well, that's interesting. It's giving me an interesting link. So I'll fix that. See, this is great that I'm doing this walkthrough. You can see on the app, it pulled up the PDF, so they can pull it up directly right there and have the PDF with them. Really great. We found it whenever we did it for the PCCA. We found it really helpful for financials. People can have it as the financial person is actually sitting up there, and they can pull up the Excel document or the PDF of the Excel document and really zoom into each space. If you know, there's always that 2 or 3 people that really want to dig into what the financials mean.
So how can I drop there? Or is that something that I can send to you and that you? Excuse me. How can I drop files in there? Is that something I can send to you? Something that's easy enough to tap on and.
Absolutely, absolutely. Suggest. So I'll show you how to do it. And you might just say, Cal, I got enough on my plate. Why don't you do it? I'll just send everything to you, which is perfectly fine. So all of the files get uploaded to this media area. Media is where we have all of our images, all of our PDF. So this, you can easily add a new one, or I'll just show you really quick. Let me get my window open, and I can just drag, and it just says drop files to upload. So as soon as you do that, you can upload as many files to here as you want.
Super.
And then from the files page, let me get there. We're going to go back to that Edit with Cornerstone button. So this is the one that is the most convoluted. So I clicked on resources, and you can have different accordion items. So if you wanted an accordion item just for financials, you could have that accordion item right here.
Cool.
So we can add as many different sections that you want. We're just going to keep with the resources for right now. So if I click into the resources area, you can see there's a bunch of this code. I clicked on the expand button just so I could see it. Now, it's not important for you to know what all this code means. All you have to do is copy and paste. So from this first BR all the way down to the bottom, you're going to copy and you're going to paste it. And then you're basically going to drop here where it says href, href. You're going to drop the URL of the media that you uploaded. And you can grab that easily by just clicking on it. And it says URL. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it where it says the href. So I'm going to paste it right there. And then once you've done that, it uploads. Obviously, I've just duplicated, so it says association meeting twice. But I could change that association meeting agenda to Cal's cool link. And it changes right there. So again, that might be a little bit too much for you. I think you're going to 90% upload PDFs, but if it's not a PDF, you just change the PDF icon to a doc icon, and it changes to doc.
Okay.
Or if it's XLS icon, changes to the XLS. So that's like your spreadsheet Excel icon.
Following.
So it's I think it's simple, but it's because I do this stuff a lot. But you copy paste, and you change the URL, you change the link title, and then if you need to change what that icon is, it gets changed right there.
I probably really will be taking you up on your offer to things in for us and to make changes for us.
Perfect. That's why I'm here. I want you to have a good experience, so that's why I'm here. Please use me. and if you can give me a guesstimate of exactly when you need it. So if you have a resource for a meeting that's coming up and you say it starts at this time, that just helps me out. I'm always going to try to do it the quickest I can, but that just helps me prioritize what I need to do for you.
Well, I've got a board meeting right after Christmas. So I can, at that point, talk to the board and let them know files that they want to have available for to get those to me by like mid-January, to give you plenty of time to upload those for the association meeting.
Great.
That'll be easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as soon as we get our speaker situation figured out, then I'll be, and it might be with several people, because we're looking at having to replace somebody. That over to you too. We're in the process of trying to get that hammered out.
Okay, absolutely.
Now, because it's kind of a big, cool.
I definitely understand. Okay.
As you can imagine, when I got that phone call the other day, I mode. So I'm okay now.
Good. Okay.
Well, this is really great. So I will find out. I think it's going to be Ian Hall, our treasurer. That's the one who did the actual website. Mark's just been the one that's been working on. But I think Ian's going to be the person that can get you connected. But I don't know that for sure. So as soon as I know the right person, anything else that you need for me that you know off the bat, or that you're feeling like you need more information?
Yeah, from an app side, as long as you like it, I think I've gotten all the information from you. You got me the sessions, which is awesome and amazing. You have gotten me the schedule. Vendors are rolling in, and I understand that there's a lot of stuff out of your control. So really, I mean, people are going to come to the app for the schedule and sessions. Like that's just what they're going to do. So those two things are the biggest built part of our system so far. So unless you see changes that need to be made, I'm in a good place.
Excellent. Yeah. That's great. I probably won't have any other than if we get this or speaker situation done this week. I'd want quickly to come up. But since we haven't released this, I'm not that worried about it. So I think we'll be able to do that after we get back from vacations.
Okay. Sounds good. I am available. My wife's family lives in Florida, and so we are going to travel back there starting on the 24th, and I'll be there through the 2nd, but I'm working during that time while I'm there. So shoot me an email. I'll just be another hour ahead of you instead of Central. I'll be on Eastern. But okay. I'll get it done and I'll get it up. I don't usually go to sleep until 1 o'clock because I've got a 1-year-old. So
are you where are you? Are you in Texas? I can't remember.
Yes, I'm in Austin, Texas right now. My wife is doing her master's degree to get a master's of divinity through the Presbyterian Church.
Right on.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Have any good suggestions for great speakers?
Sorry, say that again.
Good suggestions for speakers that are in Texas?
That's a good thought. What's your theme?
Waters of Grace. So we're looking at, and this leader. So we're looking at like the welcome into the community the first night, but then, oh gosh, I don't have it memorized. The gift of
I think I might have lost you. I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast here.